I've seen, it's a lot that you can do, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot that you can do. You know,
Wow.
in my mind, because I'm an idealist. In my
Right.
mind, I can see NFTs being people's diplomas, people's degrees, and they're
Hmm.
getting now you're getting real value for the 4 years that you spent learning that particular field without having
Yeah.
to actually go to a job. You can still go to a job and use
Mhm.
your degree, but now you have value. That's on the blockchain.
Malik's First Job Podcast, here to answer any questions that y'all ask. Financial literacy and resources. Parents and young people becoming bosses. CEOs, future leaders, entrepreneurs. Conferences and boardrooms getting sponsors secured. If you want generational wealth, Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip with information to help. Malik's First Job Podcast. Malik's Podcast. Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip. Kerwin Phillip. Malik's First Job Podcast. Podcast. Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip. Generational wealth.
All right, peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Malik's First Job Podcast. I'm your host, Kerwin Phillip, and today, we got a great guest. I'm a brother I met last year at the Earn Your Leisure Invest Fest down in Atlanta. The brother was down there, doing artwork and different things. Really caught my eye. Then we had a conversation, and come to find out, the brother does NFTs. And has been doing it for quite some time. And I felt that he'd be a great guest to bring on to kind of explain exactly what NFTs are, how you can get involved, purchase, create, and stuff like that. So I want to bring on Mr. Prince Eric Nichols, man. How you doing today?
Peace, my brother. How are you?
Good, man. Thank you for coming on to the show. So for those that
My
aren't
pleasure.
familiar with you, tell them about yourself.
Well, my name is Prince Eric Nichols. I'm a digital artist. I'm a fine artist, an all-around artist, and lastly, I'm an NFT artist as well.
Okay. Now, how long have you been in the NFT,
Uh,
world?
I've been doing NFTs for about a year and a half now. Yeah,
Okay,
year and a half now.
okay. All right. So for someone who doesn't, because this term's been thrown around
Yeah,
recently for all over the place. So for someone who's like unfamiliar
right.
with an NFT, exactly what is an NFT?
Well, essentially, NFT stands for non-fungible token. And basically, what that means is fungible just means like that you can make over and over or replace. And so non-fungible means it's irreplaceable. So what an NFT essentially is um, how an intellectual property that's being put onto a specific blockchain, and the blockchain is almost like a digital ledger of
Okay.
all the transactions that go on in the particular crypto space, whether it's Ethereum blockchain or it could be the Bitcoin blockchain. So what's going on is the NFT shows the particular transactions that you do with whether it be your artwork as your NFT or it can be anything.
Okay.
Music, it can be a movie, it can be your first tweet if you're famous enough, a
Okay.
baseball card, whatever the people deem valuable, and so it is great for the person that is selling it and the person that is purchasing it as an
Okay.
investment, because it shows exactly where it came from, shows how many people purchase it, and also we'll get into it a little later on where they
Mhm.
have like collections of NFTs where based on which type of portrait or whatever piece of NFT that you have, it
Right.
might be more rare than the NFTs that are in the collection. So the value is based on that. Um, how the value is determined is again based on what blockchain you're on. So, Ethereum is a crypto coin, which
Okay.
most of my NFTs are on.
Okay.
Say if you're on Opensea, it can be on, I believe, Soldana. What don't quote me on that. Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, mine's are on Ethereum. So it basically the NFT, whatever you percentage of the Ethereum coin that you put it on. It
Okay.
goes up and down as the market of Ethereum goes up and down. So you're basically using a digital representation of the Ethereum value.
Okay.
And to
Okay.
make it more plainer, because we had,
Right.
I know I'm saying a lot of weird stuff right now. To make it more plain, we have this thing that we call minting, where
Okay.
what you're doing is you're creating again a representation, a valuable representation of the base coin. So, like I said, to put it more plainer, we have a U.S. mint. A U.S.
Right.
mint used to be the U.S. dollar used to be backed by gold coins, by
Correct.
silver coins. It used to be backed by that, and that's hence the U.S. Treasury, right?
Right.
Later on, we got into what's called a promissory note or a fiat note, where it's
Right.
not backed by any gold, it's not backed by any silver, it's just backed by the promise of the government. And that
Okay.
promise is that this will be the value, and anything above, however amount that we agreed to print for that dollar, will be
Hmm.
destroyed. That is exactly what's going on with NFTs. They're the representation of that dollar for the
Hmm.
promise of your Ethereum. So,
Okay.
say, I'm not sure, it's been a while since I checked the value of Ethereum, but
Right.
I believe don't quote me on this. I believe it's
Right.
around 2000 something, I believe.
Okay.
So say I decided to make my NFT 50% of that 2000 whatever. So the
Hmm.
value of my NFT would be 1000, however, half of that Ethereum value. And
Okay.
that will go up as the value of Ethereum go up. So it's the representation of Ethereum, but just in the physical, not physical, but a digital um, uh, a product that you can see, a digital intellectual property that you can see and you can sell and you can trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty much. I guess how you're explaining it is that like the NFT would take the place of the gold that the dollar used to be backed by. So the Ethereum, is it backed by the NFT, or is the NFT backed
The
by the
Ethereum is backed by the blockchain.
okay,
The
okay,
NFT is backed by the value of the token.
okay, of the Ethereum?
Yes, and the
Okay.
value and this is again, it's going to sound funny. The
Right.
value of the NFT goes up as the coin goes up, but also the value of the NFT goes up as well
Hmm.
as the resale value of the NFT gets popular. So, say I made an NFT collection, and there's a particular picture in my NFT collection
Hmm.
that people value more than others,
Okay.
and they want to trade it like any other product that you may think about on the stock market, or maybe to put it in simpler terms, like I like to talk to people that are like relatively young so they can get it. So say
Right.
you wanted to sell sneakers on stock X, and there's a whole bunch of Jordans. There's a whole bunch of Jordan ones, right?
Right.
That's a very popular sneaker amongst sneaker traders, Jordan
Hmm.
ones. So you'll have like an ordinary Jordan one, say a red, black pair of Jordan ones, just a
Hmm.
regular pair that you could buy at Foot Locker, may not be worth as much as something like an OG pair of Jordan ones, the same colorway, may look almost the same, but it has a perceived value of being higher because it's an OG Jordan 1, or maybe say like a Dior Jordan 1 that was like really popular in the news lately, which went for crazy
Okay.
thousands amount of money, and then the resale value is
Okay.
going to go up even more because I'm going to resell it for way more than what it was worth when I bought it originally off of wherever I got it from. So that's what's
Okay.
going on with the NFT space. It's collectibles for the most part that are selling,
Right.
and people are placing value on the more rarer traits that they have in the picture. And that's just on the art space. You have
Right.
all kinds of stuff going on. You have trading cards,
Okay.
baseball cards, sports cards. You had, like I said, a lot of the more richer Twitter people that got followers. They're selling their
Right.
original Twitter posts. It's a
Okay.
whole bunch of crazy stuff going on, and a
So
whole bunch of money to be made in the NFT market.
so how would that work? How would I sell my original tweet?
Well, first, I mean, you can do it if you have a core following is the key to selling
Okay.
your NFTs. You have to interact on social media, on apps like Discord, apps like Twitter is definitely big.
Okay.
IG, and you got to get a core following. A core following is important. You don't have to have a
Okay.
huge following, but you have to have a
Right.
following that people are thirsty and hungry for what you are putting out.
Okay.
The biggest example that I can give is an artist known by the name of Beeple. What he
Okay.
would do was he worked in illustration for his everyday to day, but also he would make a piece of artwork every day and put it out on Instagram, put it out on Twitter every day,
Okay.
every day, every day, and for about a year, I believe. So no, it was longer than that, but for a year, um, he built his collection and then he sold each piece that he had for that collection of that year on the NFT space, and it went for thousands and millions of dollars. Now he's been sold by Sotheby's and Christie's,
Oh wow.
and like these major auction houses digitally, and he's like
Right.
a crazy millionaire off of his artwork. His artwork is amazing. You should check him out.
What's his name?
Beeple, Beeple. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
really
Yeah. So
really
people
dope
check out
artist.
people check out his artwork and
Yeah.
see what he's working with. So
Uh-huh.
what's the difference? Let's say if I'm following this gentleman online
Hmm.
and he's posting his pictures,
Hmm.
right? So what's the difference in me just taking a screenshot of what he posted versus me having to purchase the NFT?
Oh well, yeah. They're yeah, they you can do that, but
Okay.
what's great about the blockchain is, like I was saying, it's a recorded ledger. So every transaction that goes on, in the blockchain that you're involved in is
Okay.
recorded already. So they already got people in place to find out if you're stealing or not,
Mm.
because I did it first. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So you
Okay.
can do that, but they're gonna crack down. And Twitter's been doing that, where they have made ways where you can use your profile picture as the NFT that you actually purchased, or if you're the
Okay.
artist, you can have it. You have to verify that you're the artist via that space. So they are trying to crack down more on that so that people aren't being stolen from. But I'm gonna just say this: the interesting thing about artwork is it's kind of free range when it
Hmm.
goes in that space. Like, say, when you talk about music, before we started using sampling heavy, that wasn't
Hmm.
really something that people cracked down on, law wise,
Right.
and so people wasn't paying out, all these fees for this particular sample. Or maybe I paid like a second. Even if you play like a second of a song, a Marvin Gaye song, you got to
Right.
pay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as far as artwork goes, it's an interesting twist where appropriation is kind of smiled at. So
Okay.
you can take a picture and you can actually kind of claim his art in some type of
Mm.
way and
Right.
still be yours, because that's what's going on with there's this other collection that's very popular, Board Ape Yacht Club. It's a
Okay.
it's very popular amongst the celebrities. Everybody is doing it, and
Okay.
people are making uh like renditions of that collection as their
Okay.
collection, and they're getting popular off of that, their collection of
Wow.
what that was. So
Okay.
yeah, like
Okay.
I even do it myself. Like I'll make references in my artwork, but I mean, I'm not copying verbatim, but I'll make
Right.
references of other artists in my artwork.
Okay.
Like say I did this one thing, which I like to reference. It's a artwork. If you go on my Instagram page on my website, it's called Son of Brooklyn. It's of Biggie Smalls, and has an apple in front of his face, and he's counting
Okay.
money. And it's actually a play on a very earlier piece by an artist named Rene Marier. I believe he
Okay.
was German. I think he was German, where he
Hmm.
did a painting called Son of Man, and it was about
Okay.
Adam with the apple in front of the face, and he has a bowler
Okay.
hat and trench coat. So yeah, you can skew artwork to your liking and still make it yours.
Okay.
It's another artist, popular artist. He did Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreaks cover. His name is
Mm.
Cause. He's like a popular street artist, and
Yeah.
his whole career of artwork is putting a skew on artwork that was already done. Like he did these Mickey Mouse figures where he just figured the
Okay.
face, or he
Uh-huh.
did a SpongeBob character where he just figured the face, and he made it his artwork, and that's his artwork.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Just put a little twist on it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's say somebody wants to get into this NFT space and
Hmm.
purchase NFTs. How
Yeah.
can we go about doing that? Can they just upload do a Cash App or go on
Oh
a
well,
website? How does that
I
work?
never I never done it through Cash App. I don't know if you can do that, but
Right.
yeah, you would have to get a crypto wallet. Um,
Okay.
because basically when you're dealing with in the crypto space as currently now, you basically are the bank, so to speak. So
Okay.
you're responsible for your transactions. You're responsible for your security. You're responsible for um how you secure your passwords that you have to have in
Hmm.
order to get into particular wallets. Um,
Okay.
I would say if you're just getting off in the space, I would recommend you do Coinbase. It's a little bit more easier for
Okay.
beginners. So download the Coinbase app, sign up for it, get your wallet set up in place, and then if you want to actually buy NFTs, you can hook your wallet up to the actual site that you want to buy your NFT. So it could be there's several ones, Nifty
Okay.
Gateway. I myself am on Rarible.
Okay.
Then you have Opensea. Um, those are the main ones that I know of that are the big players.
Okay.
Then they have like other ones that are more for niche markets and like say for like movies and all that stuff, or say for like again for trading cards and all that. You would have to do your research. But yeah,
Right.
definitely Coinbase is probably good for beginners. Later on, if you get more knowledge on the crypto space, MetaMask is probably much better and gives you more freedom to do
Okay.
what you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said MetaMask, Coinbase,
Hmm.
and what was the other one?
Coinbase. Coinbase is the first one I recommend people to
Okay.
just to get your crypto wallet. You want to get your crypto
Okay.
wallet. Later on, you want to get something to protect your wallet.
Okay.
Um, uh, um, which is like it's a thing. I can't think of the name. I'm sorry. I'm tired
Right.
and a little sick,
Right.
but it's an actual security piece that you use to protect your wallet to keep your money safe on that particular ledger that's off of the actual so to speak internet, so that people
Okay.
can't hack it.
Okay.
Also, you want to do your research on the different cryptos NFT platforms that I was just mentioning, which is
Okay.
OpenSea,
Okay.
Rarible, Nifty Gateway, and it's a lot more. Um,
Right. Okay.
and so once you get your crypto wallet, once you set up your passwords, they're gonna give you a 10-word password which you have to write down. I don't recommend you to put it in your phone.
Okay.
Write it down somewhere, put it in a safe, somewhere that you can find it, keep it
Okay.
safe. So if you when you need it to sign on,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, so start off with Coinbase. Once you get a feel for that, then I would recommend go to MetaMask, and do that,
Okay.
or you can do crypto.com. That's another one. Just thinking about it.
Right.
And then once you do that, you're going to want to transfer or exchange money from regular U.S. currency to actual crypto coin,
Okay.
whatever. Again, do your research on the spaces that you want to buy your NFT from, because some of
Okay.
them are backed by Ethereum, some are backed by other different tokens. So do your research on which
Okay.
token you need to buy. Then you're gonna go through your exchange in your crypto wallet and buy exchange US dollars for the actual crypto token. And then once you do that and you're verified and all that stuff, then
Okay.
you can hook your wallet up to one of the three that I mentioned, NFT spaces. And
Hmm.
once that happens, and it should happen within a day or two. They've
Okay.
made the process a lot easier. Then you're gonna go and find your particular piece that you want, and then you can purchase it with your crypto money. And you can hold
Okay.
it, or you can hold it and keep it for forever, or
Hmm.
and let the value go up as the token go up, or you
Right.
can hold it and do some more research, get on those discords, get on Twitter and find out what's going on with the actual piece that you wanted to buy, and see
Right.
if it's going up in value, and maybe you have a piece that you can sell in the future that can make you a lot more money than you purchased it for.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I also heard it said that, let's say if I purchase an NFT
Mm-hmm.
and then I resell it to someone else,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of course, I'll get a commission or I'll get, profit off
Mm-hmm.
of that. And let's say the other person who I sold it to decides to sell it to someone else. Like, do I still get residual off every
Mm-hmm.
time it's exchange hands?
Okay. That's up to the actual person that's selling the NFT originally. I
Okay.
know I do it myself where the original buyer of my NFT, I try to give an incentive. So if you
Hmm.
buy my NFT, I give you 2% of my sales, regardless if you have it or not. So say I sold it to you, and again you say you sold it to somebody else.
Hmm.
Um, you earned that money, and then they sell it. You get 2% off of each sale that is sold after that. So
Okay.
you're gonna perpetually forever get money whenever it's
Right.
sold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's a major advantage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of getting to that space.
Also, also, what I make with my NFTs is a lot of them have tangible goods that come with it. So, say
Right.
you like a particular piece of NFT. I like to say artwork. I know it's
Uh
called
huh.
NFT, but I like to
Right.
say artwork because essentially it's my artwork. So if you get a piece
Hmm.
of my artwork, you're gonna actually get the tangible copy. It's a fine art print, which is a G-clay print, which is like the highest quality you can get. It's 100% cotton
Okay.
fiber print that I make.
Hmm.
It's quality. It won't deteriorate and none of that stuff. It's a pretty nice size, about like a 13 by 19. I think I give out. Some of them come with T-shirts. Again, a lot of them come with royalties, so that you
Hmm.
can always benefit off of it. And so you say
Right.
you wanted to keep your physical copies, and say I just want to sell the digital piece and make a profit. You'll still make a profit regardless. So
Okay.
those are the incentives that I have with my NFTs, so that people can buy them more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Now, I also heard that like Nike is doing that.
Yeah.
Like with you buy a physical shoe, there's
Yeah.
going to be an NFT attached to it, and it's supposed to help with the counterfeiting of
Yes.
Nike shoes. So you have to, if I'm selling you a shoe, I got to present you with the NFT to go along with it to show that these shoes are legit.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
essentially, that's again when I was talking about StockX. That's essentially a StockX or Flight Club. Those are
Right.
essential websites where they do their own like check on the shoe, and they got these experts that find out whether it's a fake or not, and then
Right.
they put the value on it properly, and the people resell it on that actual platform. So yeah, now Nike's doing that with the NFT space, which is great because it gives them the power back to the artist, or essentially the
Right.
company when it's Nike's. Um, and so yeah, so you'll never get a counterfeit because you know it just directly
Right.
came from me. So if I make a
Right.
transaction, you'll see my little logo. You'll see that I it'll have my logo, then the other person's logo that I sold it to, and
Hmm.
so on and so forth. It go all the way back to me. So
Right.
you'll never be get this question like, well, is it really a Prince Eric Nichols piece? No, yeah, it is. I can see it originally came from him. So that's
Right.
how you know for sure that something is the proper value and actual real piece and not a fake.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? This is Kerwin Phillip from the Malik's First Job podcast. Just a quick reminder, hit that subscribe button below and that notification bell. That way you never miss an episode when it drops. All right? Thank you all for supporting, and let's jump back into the conversation. Peace.
The blockchain is
Now,
amazing. I love the blockchain. Huh?
as you were explaining, I'm thinking about how they speak about the bloodline in the Bible,
Yeah.
how Abraham was a son of this one and that one, and it goes
Yes.
all the way down.
Yeah.
So
Abraham
every
and
time that
Isaac,
NFT,
and yeah, exactly. It's just like that.
right,
It's just like
right.
that.
So is this part of a pure bloodline of art? Does it
Mm-hmm.
does it go all the way back to
Mm-hmm.
Prince Eric? You
Yep.
know, so
That's
definitely,
essentially what. Yeah, that's essentially what's going on.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. So what about let's say I'm an artist
Mm-hmm.
and I want to get involved in this NFT, in NFT space. How do I get started?
Again, I want people to get into the NFT game, but I want people to understand that it's all about your audience and
Okay.
who pr- who sees value in your work and wants to buy it.
Okay.
Because if you don't have that audience, it'll sit there. And I've experienced that, both
Mm-hmm.
selling a lot of stuff and
Right.
having things sit there. So what
Okay.
I would tell people to get started is to interact every day on your platforms. Get your stuff out there. Take the use of hashtags on Twitter
Okay.
Spaces and Instagrams to get your stuff out there. Definitely say what I would do is get into the spaces of people that you like that are in the
Okay.
NFT game. Like say Gary V. Like he's a great guy that I like to follow on Discord. So you're
Okay.
up on a lot of the things that he's dropping. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to be one of those people that want to purchase NFTs and sell them, that don't take much clout. So
Okay.
you can make a business out of that. You can buy NFTs firsthand from the actual artist and resell them.
Right.
You can be on that
Okay.
side, or you can be the artist selling them. But you have to interact. You have to post at least twice a day, at least
Okay.
like 2 to 5 times a day, in order to get people engaged in what you're doing, um,
Okay.
so that they can understand where your story is about. Why do I want to buy from you? What makes you interesting to me, and how do I see value in the work that you're putting out? So once you get
Okay.
that, oh, the sky's the limit, baby. You
Okay.
you can NFT it up. You can
Right.
get started. Like I said, set up your wallet and all that. Set up your actual log on to one of the NFT platforms, whether it's OpenSea, Rarible, or Nifty Gateway. I myself like Rarible because whenever I make a sale, I get
Mm-hmm.
money back from Rarible.
Okay.
So and
Okay.
it's not no little change. So you
Right.
you you get a nice little chunk of change back. So and that'll
Right.
hold in your bank whenever you want to cash it out. And it's in Rary bucks, and I think it's last time I checked like $20 for each US dollar, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
so you'll get that back, and that's only on Rary. I don't Rarible.com. I don't know if it's for OpenSea. I haven't been on OpenSea.
Okay.
And Nifty Gateway is cool because you don't have to actually exchange to coin. You can actually sell it via US dollars. So
Okay.
each one has a different type of thing going on. Um, but once you do all that, you set up your wallet, hook it up, set up your crypto page, get verified, hook that up
Mm-hmm.
to your thing, and then you could just upload it like you upload a regular JPEG to, I'm trying to think, like an email. It's that
Okay.
simple. Upload it, put a description in, put the value that you wanted to sell it for. I'm trying to think. Put a brief description if you like, and then you can
Mm-hmm.
attach royalties to it. You don't have to know smart contracts in order to sell NFTs. It's nice if you do. Um, that way
So
you can
what
like, huh? Say it again.
what are smart contracts?
Okay, okay. So smart contracts is actually the function of your NFT agreement. So
Okay.
okay, say okay. again, I got to use the government as an example.
Okay.
Say I got a contract right with the government to sell them weaponry.
Okay.
So in that contract, you're going to write in specific legal terms in order to make it so that you get value and the government gets what you're selling to them, and they
Okay.
get, you know, and so what you're putting in your smart contract is splits. So
Okay.
splits to you. Maybe you want to, again, you maybe you want to put money in so that you have, if there's a percentage that goes to the original buyer. Um,
Okay.
Maybe you want to have unlockable content that comes with it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Also, maybe you want to do something where somebody is not the artist, but they have the idea, and you're the artist, and you may want to split the money that way.
Okay.
So it can be like maybe say whatever 50-50 split or 40-60 split, whatever. You put that all in the contract. Now, smart contracts require coding. You have to know uh, actual coding to do
Okay.
the smart contracts. I myself am not privy to that. I'm trying to
Right.
learn that. And once I learn that,
Okay.
I give the game up
Right.
quick because
Right.
I want folks to know. I want folks to know. I want artists to be able to profit off of what they do, and also work together with other people that may not be able to do artwork, and everybody gets paid and fair and properly. And so once it's written out and put into that particular smart contract, there's
Mhm.
no, oh, you owe me this or you owe me that. No, it's written in the contract. It's there, it's binding, it's on the blockchain, and it'll be divvied up via the smart contract.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, let's say, or do you ever find there like people who team together to work on NFTs? Like you may have the artist, then you have the person who understands coding to put together the
Hmm.
contracts, and then someone
All the
else
time,
who, you know.
all the time, all the
Okay.
time. I like to mention a brother named Nadi. Is a brother named Nadi, also known as the Coin Guy. He
Okay.
does a lot of things where he partners up with other artists. He's an
Okay.
artist himself. He's a really dope
Right.
artist. I don't want to not say he's not an artist. He's a dope artist himself, but
Hmm.
he actually gets other artists to work and do a collection for him,
Okay.
and I think that's amazing. Yeah. Or, I mean, even if say it was a person that couldn't draw or whatever,
Hmm.
I it still should be great so that each person can get compensated because you
Right.
know for me for me I think a person's idea is as a value as much as the person that's creating the artwork. So if
Yeah.
somebody gave me an idea, yeah, I would like to compensate you for that idea. I
Right.
don't want to just take all the money and say, yeah, I did all this and all that. you know
Right.
that ain't how I roll. Now,
Right.
again, in in some parts of the game, people hide
Mhm.
stuff like that. I
Okay.
know, I don't want to call out certain music artists, but yeah, they
Mhm.
go researching on the internet. They may see something from overseas or that's
Okay.
not well known, and they may take a little bit here and there and
Okay.
not give them the credit and take 100% of the profit.
Right.
I just myself, I don't want to do that. I want so that everybody can win.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, um, see what else I can. Well, so, is there anything else that you want to share about that you feel people should know about the whole NFT blockchain? Matter of fact, where do you see it going from here?
Oh man, a lot, man. Shoot, Nipsey Hussle was trying to tell us a lot, man. I
Yeah.
think he was like groundbreaking on just the crypto space in general as far as the black community and opening our eyes up. Man, he was
Right.
doing things where you can scan um a particular tag of a piece of article of clothing that you purchase and get
Hmm.
content with the scan. I
Right.
think that's pretty cool. I think the NFT space can go there, and it can also connect with the metaverse. In the metaverse, there's a lot of in Decentraland. There's a lot of things going on there where
Right.
you can have an art show via virtual world. Never have to
Right.
enter the building physically. You can go in the metaverse,
Right.
pay your money, go see maybe my
Right.
artwork up,
Right.
and you can even purchase it. You can maybe have a digital art auction. You
Right.
can put and shout out to one of my guys. His name is Blue Pill. If you ever
Oh yeah.
check out,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking
He,
about.
he, he was here with
Know
us
know
last
the
year.
Ledge Radio with Blue Pill,
Hmm.
Red Pill. Um, he's trying to do something where he's putting a book that he created on the blockchain. So you purchase it through
Okay.
NFT.
Wow.
Music artists are doing it where they're purchasing music as an NFT. I think it's dope because it gives the power back to the creator. So there's
Right.
no flim flam or no funny business with people and owning your rights and owning uh, the wealth that should
Hmm.
be passed down to your actual loved ones and family. So
Right.
yeah, you can do a whole lot with it. And I've only been in the space again for about a year and a half.
Hmm.
Um, and my eyes is opening up all the time about it. And I'm
Right.
sure somebody that's been in here a lot longer than I am probably could tell
Hmm.
you a whole lot more about this
Right.
space, and what you can do with it. But from what I've seen, it's a lot that you can do, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot that you can do.
Wow.
I in my mind, because I'm an idealist. In my
Right.
mind, I can see NFTs being people's diplomas, people's degrees, and they're
Hmm.
getting now you're getting real value for the 4 years that you spent learning that particular field without having
Yeah.
to actually go to a job. You can still go to a job and use
Hmm.
your degree, but now you have value. That's on the
Okay.
blockchain. I
Yeah.
know something, and so you can actually essentially purchase my degree if you want, and I can give you the game for a particular price, maybe the
Mm.
tuition price. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And I mean, this is how I see it. I think that'd be dope, man. You
Wow.
spend all those years at, because it's this big thing, in the NCAA space
Hmm.
where athletes need to be paid, student athletes need to be paid, and now they're leaning more towards that. They're getting students paid. They're
Hmm.
actually not frowning upon students actually going professional. Whether it's the big three or any other overseas place, and then going to the NBA or whatever, right?
Right.
So I see the same thing when it goes to your education. Why should it be any different for whatever education I do? I should get value from that just as much because I
Right.
sat there and invested the time in order for me to what pay back some tuition when I can pay back my tuition with an NFT. Ooh,
Wow. Wow. That's deep. That's deep. Cool. So for people that want to get more information about you and what you do, where can they
absolutely.
find you?
Well, you can if you want to purchase any of my artwork, which I'm fairly cheap as of now, I would say.
Right.
And I'm going up because today's price ain't yesterday's price. You can go to
Amen.
www.princeericnichols.com. That's www.princeericnichols.com. Or you can
Okay.
go to Prince Eric Nichols on IG. You can find me there. Have all kinds of artwork up there. And again, that's PrinceEricNichols.
Right.
You can go on my Twitter page. I need to get my followers up on there, so definitely go to my Twitter page, and that's
I
Prince. Say it again.
say, yeah, yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
definitely. Yeah. So that's Prince Eric Nichols, but without the vowels in my last name. Says PrinceEricNichols, I believe it is, and you can check me out there.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So definitely, go online, check out his work. I know he has a dope piece with Dr. Sebi in
Absolutely,
with
absolutely.
the Matrix background in it. That's what first caught my attention last year at Invest Fest when I saw that
Yes.
piece, on the on your table.
Let me tell you something. What's dope about that is, remember I
Yeah.
told you I like to give. I like to give, and I
Hmm.
want people to because Sabi was he was an absolute god, man. When it came to
Yeah.
health, man.
Right.
Um, and again, when I mentioned the red pill and the blue pill, those are actually I like to see. I don't like to say stepchildren, but more like spiritual children. Those are Dr. Sabi's spiritual children. They was around that man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you look close, they're actually in the picture. If you look close to that
Yeah.
Dr. Sabi picture. But what was cool was I was able to actually give an NFT to their mother.
Wow.
You know, that was
Okay.
one of Dr. Sabi's wives, and one of the women that helped Dr. Sabi on his journey to
Right.
becoming Dr. Sabi. You know, and so yeah, so that alone makes me feel good when I can give a piece of history to somebody that they actually lived through. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now they have a representation of that from my artwork. That really touches my soul, man. So yeah,
Wow.
if you go and purchase that, um, it's fairly cheap. I say
Yeah.
on the NFT space, go buy that. Go buy that. You'll love it. You're gonna get
Yeah.
an animated version of that. You can put in your home, and
Hmm.
there's a great conversation piece. You can tell your friends about it. Man, I purchased that from Prince Eric Nichols. You're gonna get
Right.
a actual tangible print of it. You can hang it up on your wall, and you're gonna get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And you get royalties. Again, you get royalties in my artwork. So even if you wanted to sell the NFT, you're still gonna get money, man.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. So real quick before you wrap up.
Yes.
So if you're like a limited amount, let's say we had,
Yes.
for example, the Dr. Sebi piece. Like
Yes, it is.
how
There's a
many
limited. I made a limited amount. I didn't want to. Because with scarcity comes value.
right.
So I wanted to make it enough so that people can get them, but I didn't want to make too many so that people get exacerbated by it and say, everybody has that. So
Right.
I made 33 pieces, I believe, on the NFT space, and I believe I want to say 33 pieces on my website. So it's actually you can purchase it without the NFT on my website under
Okay.
limited edition, or you can go to the NFT tab on my website, or just type in Rarible.com/Prince Eric Nichols.
Hmm.
And you can buy it off of there. You're gonna get a lot more with your NFT than you're gonna get on the website. You just get the print.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to see the piece that we're talking about, go to his website and check it
absolutely.
out. Like you said,
Please,
it's a
please
dope
go to my
piece.
website, go to my Instagram,
Hmm.
check me out. Check me out.
Yeah. 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 So again, thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us on the
Thank you.
podcast, man.
I know
You
it was a
know,
long time coming. I
yeah,
apologize. I know
it's all good.
I'm not the best communicator sometimes. My
It
world
happens
gets
when it's
really
supposed to
busy.
happen. It
Yes.
happens when it's supposed to happen. You know.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes. Yes. We gonna be at Invest Fest this year again.
I'm gonna try to make it down there, man, because it
Yeah.
happens right around my birthday. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah. 'Cause I'm
definitely try
working
to
on my
get there.
second book now.
Absolutely. There you go, brother. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
purchase that too.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause I wanna be a vendor this year, so I wanna
For
have it out.
sure.
By that time. So
Oh
glad
yeah,
to make
that
it happen.
you gotta make it happen. You gotta make it happen,
That's
my
right.
brother.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. All right, man. So again, thanks for coming on. You know, get well soon. I know you're a little bit under the weather, and I
Yes.
appreciate you still coming on regardless.
My
You know what I
pleasure,
mean?
man. My
Yeah,
pleasure.
yeah. And say what's up to the family for me.
Definitely will. Likewise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All
All
right.
right.
Catch y'all next week.
One
Peace.
love.
Generational wealth.